Hi, it's Jamie with Jamie's Arts a la Cartes. Thank you very much for joining me. I have a fun project planned for us today. I hope this video inspires you to create something of your own. If you would, hit the like button and share the video with your friends. That helps me to grow this channel and to continue to bring you new projects. If you haven't subscribed yet, would you please consider subscribing? And if you have, thank you very much. Well, we have a lot to do, so let's get to it. Hi, it's Jamie with Jamie's Arts a la Cartes. Thank you so much for joining me. And I found this yesterday at a sale, a garage sale. So I'm going to freshen this up and probably use it as my centerpiece, my sign. When I was at Michael's the other day, they had a sale on their patriotic bunches. So I got some of those. And then they had all these little cutie patootie things on sale. So I got some of those. And then I did get this nice meshy ribbon. It was on sale, half price. And then I have my former wreath out there that I may dismantle so that I can use some of the fireworks up there on it. So, all right, I could just build a wreath, but why make it easy when I can make it really hard? So what I want to do is I want a fairly large display. So I created this for a wedding way back when, and so now I'm going to dismantle it, and I'm going to take it from this infinity shape goal, take it from the infinity shape and make a giant oval, maybe. So that means me trying to bend this wire straight, right? It doesn't have to be perfect straight, but just to get it in the shape and then see what I need to do to fill this gap. Because I had the word love there, which I will remove. I'm going to remove this hook. But I'm going to start by taking my pretty flowers off, right? This matched that wedding theme. And remove these. These may become my stars. Maybe. But anyways, I'm going to just put everything in a bowl, and you know I will reuse these things. So I just want to, I'm going to probably leave this on here because that gives me a base and it's kind of glittery. It's not the white I really want, but that's okay. I think I can still use it. So now I am going to deconstruct this wreath and create a new one out of it. Take me a little. All right, we've got everything off except this tool. Now we're going to flip it over, and we're going to remove the sign and the hanger, because the hanger will go in a different place if this plan works. I hope it works. right, phew. I gotta glue that one on. The wire came off. So I've got where that heart was. I've got new wire put in here. This stuff is so tough and strong, but I've cut out that piece there, so I put another one there just to give it stability. And I'm going to put another one in here. Then I'm going to turn it over, and some of this has flaked off. Bang it out and then hot glue it. But here is some baling wire that my husband had. I cut off a piece longer than what I think I need, just because I don't want it too short. There seems to be like a little oil residue on that wire. So before I use it, see, I just wipe it off. It's not as stiff as the frame itself, but it does seem to be working just right. And I was able to reuse the tool, right, and move it down and spread it out. So I think that's going to be okay. So I'm just going to catch this top wire here. And I want to bend it and wrap it around this wire here. I'm essentially trying to create a wire knot. And what I'll do is I've got my glue gun heating up so that I can cover all the ends with hot glue. I don't have to worry about this scratching up my door. All right. Let's see. And then what I did is I just twisted it around the middle one, right? Because I'm trying to give these like the length that they need to be. Just something like that. And then just bend it around. This wire is pliable, but just barely. Okay, so here. I want this to come over just a little bit. This has been a challenge. Okay. And then down here. And I'll use these big pliers. My husband brought these in for me. And these actually will do some heavy duty pinching. And then in here. All right. Let's see. There we go. And then because I want to make sure. Pliers here. All right, so our glue is coming out using Gorilla Glue as usual. And what I'm going to do, just like I glued these, I'm going to glue these also, just so the wind doesn't bunch them up somewhere. Okay, and then I'm going to come in with these little ends right here. Just make sure that they're not able to poke. And here, these are loose because I moved them around, loosened them up. Some more glue. Okay. We'll try to make that a little bit straighter once we get all of our bundles here. I'm covering up ends of the wire here. So just hold them to the frame. And this hopefully will just add to the strength. Okay, so I'll let all this dry, and then I'm going to literally try to push that hump down. And I think we're just about there. Oh. Pull that up so we can work on this. There we go. All right, so we've removed the flowers. We have made corrections to the frame, so now we have an oval, and you won't see this on the front side. right? It'll be covered by the tulle and then by all the flowers. See, we're just about, still a little damp there. We'll let it dry and then we'll flip it over. Alright, so I've got it flipped over. I got the little shrapnel from the wire, the coating. So now I'm just sort of fluffing this just to see if I need to move any of these little tulle pieces around, since I just had it absorb that extra spot. I honestly think it's going to be okay because of the amount of stuff I have to put on here. And just like with any other wreath, I'm going to go from my larger items to my smaller items. Those seem a little longer. We can trim them if we need to. So there we are. How about that? I think I used like 3 bolts of this when I put this on here. But it doesn't fray, which is a good thing. So now we have all kinds of little things that we can put on here, right? We'll hot glue hats and stars, some fireworks. I have some other fireworks that I've had made, and then a bunch of flowers. I think the next thing we'll do is we'll cut these flowers apart and see just exactly what we have. So just spread them out. These came with flags. I liked that. Look at that. All right. I'll pull the leaves way up. It doesn't need a lot of stem here. All right, I've got our frame done. It's pretty firm. I've got our flowers, red, white, blue. Got them all cut apart, put them. So now I'm going to start gluing these flowers into the frame. And then I have all the extra little bits and bobbles. I'm not going to use that blue with the white star, little deco mesh thing. And I'm not going to use that America sign. Different color blue, different color red on there. And I think we're going to have just absolutely enough. So let me start at one end and we'll work our way down. Okay. We are just about there. I've got just a few little single flowers over here. I'm not going to put the flags on here, but I am just going to just look for little areas that could benefit from just a single little daisy. So I've just been tucking them right in there, usually behind that green or on top of that green behind the flower. Kind of pops right there. So, just got a very few left. Had to turn it. This is quite a large wreath. All right. There we go. This white really pops on the blue, so that looks really nice. There's enough glitter. This wreath, I gotta clean the glitter up again, y'all. Just get it to where it'll set in there. And voila. There we go. How about that? So we took an old wreath, deconstructed it, and then created this wreath for our door outside. All right. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, like it, share it with your friends. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, would you please consider subscribing? And well, until next time, happy crafting. All right, let's go hang it on the door and see what it likes, what it looks like, and I'll get you some final pictures. Yeah, this one turned out really pretty, y'all. Okay, let's go get it hung up. Well, there it is, hanging on our blue door. Yeah, it just kind of pops, doesn't it? There you go. All right, well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Until next time, happy crafting.